Some of you have gotten confused in the past about when to use the inequality symbol when writing an equation and when to use a plus sign. And it just depends on the wording and knowing what's going on in the problem. This one says a number plus 1, so that's your variable, plus 1 is greater than negative 5. And, so this and means that we need to say just and less than, oh, it didn't tell us what, so that means that we're still talking about x is less than 3. So that's one way you can do it. Now we're going to combine these two things and solve it. So if I solve that first part, I'm going to need to subtract the number 1. X is greater than, let's subtract this 1, subtract 1. X is greater than negative 5 minus 1 makes negative 6. I solved this one, this inequality, right here. Now, the second inequality doesn't need to be solved. We just have x is less than 3. And since we're going to check our solution, let's make the graph. We want to be numbers that are less than 3 and numbers that are greater than negative 6. So that would be this way. Alright, so if we check it, that means that this number 0, which is in between those two boundaries, should be a solution for both. So if I put 0 right here, let's just imagine I'm doing it. 0 plus 1 makes 1. Is 1 greater than negative 5? Yes, it is. Then we're going to check on the second part. Let's put a 0 right here. Imagine it. That's just a 0, not an x, it's a 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, 0 is. Let's do these last ones. A number decreased by 2 is at most, so if it can be at most, that means it could be 4. So it can be 4, or it could be smaller than 4. X can also be at least 9. At least 9 means it could be 9. Okay, now let's solve this one. For the first one, for the first inequality, we're going to add the 2 to both sides. X is less than or equal to 4 plus 2, which is 6. And x is greater than or equal to 9. Okay, let's check that. We have a number line, and here's the number 6, here's the number 9, 7, 8, 6 is here, we can be it, and 9, we can also be 9. We want to be bigger than 9, and we want to be the numbers that are less than 6. Are these overlapping? No, they're not. Since they're not overlapping, we can't be both at the same time. We can be or. So our answers are going to be either numbers that are less than 6 or numbers that are greater than 9. And those are the two ways we could describe that. I'll do one last one. The sum of a number and 3. So x plus 3 is no more than 8. No more than 8. Or x is more than 12. It doesn't say it can be 12, it says it has to be more than 12. And it doesn't say, okay, it does. On the first part, it says is no more, so that means it can be it, but no bigger. Let's make a graph out of that. Oh, before we do the graph, we have to solve it. So let's subtract this 3. If I subtracted that 3, then I'm going to be taking 3 off of the number 8 to make the number 5. So I have 5 on the left, 12 on the right. Let's just put something in between those two, like 9. Our answers are going to be less than or equal to 5, or greater than or not equal to, can't be it, greater than 12. That would be a union. And this one is also a union. And this one was an intersection. And that's the end of compound inequalities. Maybe on a different day, I'll make a video with more examples if you need them. Good luck on your assignment.